Okay, so we've decided now we're going to open a pizzeria and we're going to do it in the name of a limited company. Perhaps we're going to operate a helicopter service. It's more exciting than the pizzeria. Helicopter service, and we're doing it in the name of the company. So how do we set up the business? And I guess the first thing is about choosing a name for the business.
Yes,
Are there restrictions on that?
Yes, you cannot use the word professional, or you cannot use professions on the name.
So I couldn't set up a company,
doctors, teachers,
Dr. John Howell, SL, if I'm not a registered medical doctor.
In general, you cannot use the name. Or, well, you can use it, but it's, as you said, it's more complicated, it's different. So the best thing is to use simple names that do not include profession names and or professionals or that sort of thing. And you have to give 3 names. You have to give 3 choices by order of preference.
Yes.
And then we request, we submit that application to the main company's house.
Mercantile Registry,
Mercantile Registry
house,
in Madrid. And in 2 or 3 days, they say those names, one of those names is free. And the first one available is going to be your company name.
Of course, if none of them are free, they come back and tell you, and then you have to do the whole thing.
Exactly, and you have to give all the 3 names.
And the name doesn't have to be in Spanish, does it? It can be in anything. It can be any combination of letters and numbers, completely at your choice.
Exactly.
Because in many countries, the name has to be in Spanish.
No. It's not
sorry, in Spanish, in their own language.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's simple, takes a few days, and then the Mercantile Registry comes back to you and says, yeah, you can call your company whatever it is.
Like this. And they issue a certificate to you, and with that certificate, now the next step is going to a notary. Yes. Once you have everything clear, the structure of the company, who are going to be the shareholders, who are going to be directors, administrators, and which way it's going to be organized, which way you're going to decide, make decisions, the rules, the articles of association.
Now, at this point, it's probably very important to say for viewers who are not from continental Europe or from other countries that follow the continental European system, that the notary is a key player here, isn't he?
Yes, in almost
everything
in Spain.
And so it isn't like, for example, in England, where I can go onto the internet, I can set up a company in literally 5 minutes, and that's it, finished. Here, you have to go to a notary, you have to tell the notary what you want to do, you need to tell him the sort of things you want to see in your constitution, and the notary will then prepare the constitution.
Exactly.
And then
what's going to be the company address, what's going to be the company proposed. This is important because you have to decide from the first moment what you want to do with the company, the object, what's going to be the company proposed. Because if you need to change that, you can include anything you like on that first moment.
Yes.
If you need to change that, or you want to add anything, you are going to have to go to the notary again and pay again notary fees and mercantile registry fees.
And so this is why you see in the constitution of many companies that the purpose of this company is to fly helicopters, cook pizzas, operate a taxi service,
exactly.
etc., etc.
Because then for each thing that you want to do, you need to register with the tax office.
Yes.
Separately.
Yes.
But you can have as many company objects as you like in that company incorporation did, and then activate or not those activities.
So you go to the notary, give him all the information he needs, and of course normally it would be your lawyer who would do all of this for you, and then you attend to sign the constitution of the company.
Correct.
Or you get someone under a power of attorney to do it for you, which again could be your lawyer. So how long does that take? And normally, what would it cost to set up a simple SL?
Normally, with lawyer fees, with notary and mercantile registry costs, it's going to be around 1,500 euros.
And just to be clear, if you wanted to set up not an SL, a small company, but a big SA, that would be many times more expensive.
You know what is the difference? Because on the setting up costs, maybe there's not that much difference.
It's the minimum capital.
Exactly. Yes. For an SL, the minimum capital is 3,000 euros. Yes. For an, how do you call it, a public company, is 60,000.
Yes.
So that's the big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And the way the two companies are governed is different as well, isn't it?
Exactly. The public company is much more complicated.
Yes.
It's much more complex. Yes. The limited company is normally set up by people that know each other, possibly relatives or friends.
Well, that's the traditions, and that's where they came from. It was extended families doing things together. It's a very sort of, it's a family structure, isn't it, in the way in which they're administered. And I have to say, in my experience, small limited companies in Spain, the administration is a very sensible way of administration. It works quite well and it's cheap.
And the thing is, for the what you call a small limited company, there's no limit of revenue that they can do.
No.
So,
2 billion euros a year.
Exactly. Even if you have a high revenue, high income, you can still run it through a limited company.
So really, the only reason you would want to go for a big limited company is if you wanted to trade your shares publicly in the stock
Exactly.
exchange.
That's correct.
That's a bit further down the road, because of course you can convert. You can turn your SL company, your small company, into an SA company, a big company, if you decide you need to do it. So really, not many people are going to start with an SA company. No. Okay, so we've now set the company up. We've got our name. We've got the company set up, and we now may need some more licenses. Maybe not. I mean, if, for example, I want to open a bar or a restaurant or an estate agency or a taxi service, then there are going to be additional licenses that are required.
And it will depend on each type of business.
Of course.
And always, if it's a type of business that needs specific premises, there are going to be requirements. You're going to need town hall licenses.
Yes.
You're going to need to meet certain requirements. For example, in restaurants or bars, or in general in places where they're going to receive many people, many public, as we call it here. They're going to need to get a report from a technician that is going to say in a proper report, qualified technician, that the premises meet the legal requirements.
So there are two sorts of licenses, aren't there? There's the license to operate the business. So, for example, if I want to operate an estate agency, I'm probably going to need an estate agent's license, unless I'm just the owner of it and other people are running it. But then, when you've got the license to operate the business, if you need one, then there's the license for the premises. And the premises have got to meet the requirements for that business.
Well, say for example that you open a restaurant, the same example that we were talking about. What you need is opening license, which is granted by the town hall, and this is what I mentioned about this report and everything.
And so your restaurant clearly is going to have a hygienic kitchen. It's got to have toilets. It's got to have a safe access way.
Exactly.
All of these things.
All of this is going to be in this report.
And
but also, if they're going to handle food, they're going to need a special license for this.
And so you get your opening license from the town hall, and of course, on the basis of that, you then have to pay taxes to the town hall.
Correct.
Because nothing's ever free.